welcome to Yarn Engineers podcast. My name is Greta and I come to you from Vilnius, from Lithuania, where I knit a lot, I crochet sometimes, and I do other funny stuffs with my yarn. So July is over and it went by like 3 days, like it was 3 days because there was so many things happening around me. I had some family occasions, then other family occasions, and then at the end I had business trip to Berlin, and basically a week of knitting just went out, and I was back this evening scrolling through my phone, getting all the updates from everyone, and it clicked that it's the last day of July, it's the end, and it's my time to do a podcast. So here I am sitting in my dog bed because it's cold to sit on the ground and showing you what I have done during July. So let's start in the regular podcast manner. What I'm wearing, finished objects, works in progress, and then acquisitions, which I have quite a few this time. And yeah, what I'm wearing is my test knit for a lovely designer, Sarah Marz. I hope so. I'm really sorry, Sarah. I did my best, I prepared, and at the end I may fail, but I tried. So by lovely Sarah, this is Yuni Topp. I've knitted this out of Fildar mercerized cotton. I held the yarn double, and this is what I have. I have this very lovely v-neck shaped blouse. It is this length. It covers my bum, and that's how long it is. That's the back, and it has this V shape at the back as well. I'm not sure if you heard me saying that. And yeah, the same details are on the sides. On the front, it's top to down knit. You knit front first, then back, then you join everything in the round, and then knit, and bind off. That's it. I used around 200 grams of this mercerized cotton in this lovely gray, silverish gray color. And I used recommended needles. These were, I guess, 4mm. And it took me basically no time. Actually, I was quite surprised that I did both combined. It took me 2 days, but it would have taken me one evening to do the full front until the join. Then the next evening I did back. And then I continued whenever I had any spare time, and I finished this blouse maybe in a little bit more than a week. So yeah, this is done. The pattern is very lovely. It took me no time, to understand what's going on, where I need to do what. The only problem is that the yarn that I've chosen isn't as drapey as I would like. It looks a little stiff. You can see it basically when I sit, and I sit. There is no, this happening. I like it on one hand, and on the other hand, I may prefer some very nice flow through the fabric, but oh well, it is what it is. I still love it, and I will wear it for quite some time this summer. At least I'm planning to. And yeah, as mentioned, 200 grams, give or take. My next finished object is another blouse, another top. This one is by Pearls. I was inspired, at least, by Pearls Soho to knit it, because if you remember, I struggled quite a lot with this ball of yarn because it is, now this is drapey. I mean, it's like this. I can do whatever with it, and yeah, since it was so very drapey, I can barely handle it. but I made it. I have another top that's inspired by Pearl Soho, and it looks like this. I have these straps. I've knitted it bottom up, even though there is a pattern for top down. At that moment when I was reading, I found only bottom up, and I did it bottom up. So it looks like this. It's it basically covers my belly button, but not much. I used Linus do Nord yarn, a full 100 ball, and that's how, I mean, I don't have any leftovers. I used everything for the straps, and I am quite pleasured with the finished object. I will use it maybe in my village, maybe by the beach or somewhere else, because it's very open and I wouldn't find it appropriate to work in the office. Or somewhere in the city, it's just not my type. Anyway, I'm still in love with this, and I hope to have at least a few days of very nice weather to wear it outside. Yeah, so my two finished objects, and now we can move to my works in progress. Oh, I remembered that I did one more, I have one more finished object. It's that phone case that I mentioned you last time. It is done, it is out, and I hope I will get a picture in the nearest future, and then I can show you maybe on the next podcast or just share on the Instagram. Yeah, now, works in progress. I have two. I have one in this bag, beach bodies. All bodies are beach bodies. I got this bag from my sister, and it has my new cast on, which is a pair of socks for my husband. And so I started knitting them on the plane to Berlin. I've knitted it on my trip when I had some spare time, maybe in the evening before sleep, just to calm myself down a bit from all the adventures from the day. And I've knitted a little bit this weekend because we were out of the city. I was back and we were out right here. So I basically have all the foot part. I need maybe 10 to 15 rows just to be sure that everything is okay. And then I can move to the heel and to the cuff. That part, not the cuff. And this is how much yarn I have. It's basically half of the ball. And as I'm knitting two at a time, I have no worries that I will run out of yarn, because that's how I do things, right? So that's a short notification because it's a very small project and it doesn't have any special pattern or something else. And I have another work in progress, which I would like to introduce you with a few videos from the whole month of July. So as you know, I have this challenge for myself that each month I would open one of my bags that my friends nicely packed for me and added all of the months for basically next July. And each month I will open a new one, and for the month of July I found my yarn advent from 2022, and I'm turning my vlog now. Please see how it happened and how many struggles I had with it. Hello my dear podcasters, or my dear viewers. Welcome to July, welcome to the new month. And this month, as I mentioned before, I have quite a challenge. So a few days ago we had this little party within girls here at my house, and I asked my friends, well, I brought them some yarn in bags that I can't see through, and I asked them to put a tag with the name of a month, and once that month occurs, I open the bag and then I start some kind of a project with it, with the yarn that's in the bag. And so July came and I have some yarn assigned for July, and here is what I have. This is my advent for 2022. This is a sock yarn from Dye to Knit or Apmesga in Lithuanian. This is Lithuanian Liepa name for the month. And I have to admit, I already knitted with the yarn, because I don't recall, maybe in May or in June, I was already convincing myself that I need to start to do something. And here we are, half year later, still struggling. But I had a project that was already started. This is quite inspired by Stephen West Dustland. So I have progress like this, but I don't know what exactly went wrong, but I wasn't enjoying this knit. I don't know, maybe the color choices, maybe the pattern. I mean, you know, those stitches right here. Something wasn't clicking, and I saw myself struggling to work with this. Here, I can show you, I even did my short rows. You see, for the neck, and yeah, I stopped and I never touched the yarn or the project again. And now, since this challenge brought me here to knit once again, well, I have to do something and I have to knit with it. So first of all, I will frog this part that I have, so I will have a fresh set of yarn, and then I will need to take a look what I can do with this. I already have few ideas for the dress, for the top, for cardigans, for pullovers. I'm really trying to do something with this yarn. Hopefully I'll be able to do something with it. And yeah, I think I will go now frog the current project, and then we will see in the next few days where, you know, I'll be able to set my mind on some kind of a project, and we will see what the progress is. So wish me luck, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Hello and welcome back. Finally I've managed to do a quick video for you because I finally have some progress. So I've decided to knit a long road cardigan, hoodie, or whatever I will have the yarn enough. This is a pattern by Mejo, and it was published in Liner book Contrasts. So I have the book and I finally was able to use it, and this is the progress that I have. So this is the back part, and I used yellow, orange, and I'm now into pinks, and I got into a little bit of a crisis, maybe two crises almost. First of all, that it eats the yarn like hell, because, you know, it's all over cables, and, you know, it's all fluffy, and I use the fingering held double, and when I have only this amount of yarn, it knits very quickly. So at the beginning I was thinking to do a full report, you know, in each color, and then move forward switching colors. It turns out I need to switch my combination of yarns every 3 rows, otherwise I wouldn't have enough. Well, if I have some leftovers, I'll just move down and see what will happen. Anyway, at this moment it looks like this. I started with all yellow, then I took one orange fingering, yellow mohair and yellow thread, then yellow, orange mohair and orange yarn, then 2 orange and orange mohair, and like gradually switching colors. And I have 3 rows of, you know, both same color threads and the mohair. And the problem is right now that for this very pink and for this very purple, I want to use same mohair, and these two colors goes one after another, and I'm not sure what to do. Do I need to switch? I will switch. I will use one purple and one fingering and one pink first. Then I should add another mohair. So do I need to use same mohair for the next 3 rows, or I just simply skip this part and use 2 of this and remove this completely? I would say please send help, but by the time you will see this video, I think I will have the full cardigan. So yeah, I will need to think about something, and for now I'm just sharing what bothers me, and I think I will record something else quite soon. I may ask some help from my friends, and yeah, that's what I'm living with. Thank you for your attention, and we will see you in the next few days. Bye. Hello, my dears. Finally, well, not finally, but I'm back. Today is July 13th, and again, I have a little bit of a progress for you. So, the last time I showed you that I had my back piece, basically like this. Now I'm happy to announce that I have my right front, and I am on my left front, well, on this little bit. So, as you can see, I have quite a bunch of work done. I was worried when I was on the back side that I wouldn't have enough for my fronts in yellow, but I'm happy to report that I have this much of a leftover. Well, as you already can see, I really don't have enough for the sleeves, so once I am done with the main body, I will need to think what I want to do with my sleeves, if I want them in general, or I would just leave this as a big vest. So yeah, we will see in this. We will see what will going on, because this much of a yarn I would rather leave for, I don't know, toes for some socks or something else. It may be less than a gram. And yeah, as you can see, I'm on the orange part here on the left side. And when I was calculating all the yarns that I have and all how much I want to do and how I should proceed, yeah, I got into a little accident, because when I did my back, this back part, I was left with only 6 grams of this yellow yarn, and I was worried that I need to divide this into 2, so it's 3 grams each side, that I wouldn't have enough. And later I decided that I will do shorter parts in front for yellow, and I will cover the missing part in orange. But then the fronts came, I've started knitting, and I found out that I think I'll have plenty of orange, and I will have plenty of yellow, and I did the required part in yellow. And then my brain got fogged. I forgot that I did all my yellow, and I did a little bit of extra in orange. So I am not sure if you will be able to see on the screen, but this is back, this is front, and I have exactly 2 rows extra of front sides, and I'm missing one back and forth on the back. So once I am done with both fronts, and I am sure that I knit all the required rows, I will do one extra row in the back, so my stitch count should be correct, but I will do one pattern row, so the pattern is the same everywhere, and then I will join everything in the round, and I will continue with my now the body and front parts in one piece. and then I finally should be able to relax and enjoy the knitting, because right now I'm in a little bit of, will I have enough? Will this be enough? Does it look good? Mood, and yeah, I need to count more right now than that I would need to count later. And I will need to think, what will I do with these balls? As mentioned, I would like to keep them for, some socks or something else. And yeah, because for sleeves that's absolutely not enough. And I am not sure if I want sleeves, or I would just do this as a vest, or I will do only mohair sleeves. I have plenty of options because I have plenty of mohair, and I'll see what I can do and what plan I'll come up to. So stay tuned. I'll come back to you, I think, once I am done with both of my fronts and maybe I have connected everything in one piece, or if I will run into another accident that I already had. So yeah, thank you. Oh, okay, sorry. Thank you for all attention, and I'll see you quite soon. Bye. Hello, my dears. Today is July 20th, and I am back with a little update for my long road cardigan. Hopefully it will make it to proper vlog. How do I knit it? If not, oh well. So, as mentioned in the last time, that I will update you once I will connect front and back and do, well, at least have some progress. So I have some. Now I have completed 8 colors, and I have this much after I have connected everything in one. I really love the pattern. I really enjoy knitting it. It goes quite fast. The only problem was that we had quite a few warm days here in Lithuania, and I wasn't able to knit, or not even to speak about knitting wools and mohairs and so on. So for a Lithuanian podcast, I already showed how does this looks on me. So let me do this once again and show that to you as well. So here we are. Yeah, as you can see, the arm and the underarm lays really nicely on me. I do have lots of ends to weave in. I think I will do it quite soon, because I still have 16 colors to go, and if I will need to do all of them at once, I may just drop this project and forget about it. So yeah, I would need to do this, maybe this piece of work maybe today. We shall see. And yeah, that's how everything looks like. I really like the view, and I think I will love the cardigan once I'm done with it. The interesting part is that right now, after I connected everything, and if I work color by color in the way I imagined at the beginning, well, switching the color or mohair every 3 rows, it means that at the end of 120-gram ball, I am left maybe with this amount of yarn. That's all I have from 20 balls, 20 grams, or in some cases with the amount like this. So yeah, you can see it's not much. And if I will do it in the future, I may have a few extra new gray hairs or a heart attack in case I wouldn't have enough. I already had a similar case with this teal color, because I was left maybe with like this long, and I've just connected another color and moved forward. So I have one lesson to weave in. Yes, it should be right here. I should have one more end, but it's not, because I already knitted it in this sweater. So yeah, this is how much I have. Sorry, I will need to think through how I want to connect my next colors, because if I want a heart attack, I will continue this way. If I want at least a tiny bit of a leftover, then I will need to think maybe to do a little bit less rows, or do something else. So I'll see what I'll get in here. And yeah, so that's how much I have done. As mentioned, I still have 16 colors to go. They are all already winded in those tiny balls. I may add a picture somewhere how this looks like now. And I just haven't touched the big one, the 100 grams, because I still haven't thought out how I want to complete the sweater. If I want to do, the sleeves, maybe in this main single color, and if I would have enough yarn, or I need a little bit more. In that case, I would need to find a place to purchase, because it was a Christmas edition advent calendar, so I'm not sure if this colorway became a permanent, color in the shop. So I'll check that in the future. And now I will go to continue my sweater, and hopefully I'll see you maybe in next 8 colors, or maybe sooner, or maybe a little later. We shall see. So thank you and see you later. Bye. Oh, so you're back? Very nice, very nice. And this is my progress for the day. I did maybe a few rows yesterday. I am now on color 11, and this is how much of the sweater I have right now. So please enjoy as much as I do this knit, and let me show you how it looks on me, because okay, all good. So it covers my breast. It's maybe this much until I will end up on my rib part, and I will need to think if I want to make it a little bit A-shaped, so it would go even nicer. But I need to be very careful about my yarn, because I have all those 20-gram balls, and I basically run out of them when I'm knitting. It is very fluffy. I can already feel that it's very warm, and I really enjoy the view. I'm really pleased with how it looks from the side and here. And I'm not sure if you can see the back, but it's the same pattern everywhere. So that is how it looks. Oh, okay, this way. No, I haven't lost any stitches, luckily. And yeah, I also already weaved in many of my ends. Only these few are left. Well, on both sides, only that much. And since right now there are no extra connections, like for the arm sleeves, arms, anything else, it's quite easy to move forward. As mentioned, I'm on row 11, and I can't wait to connect another and another ball. It weighs now around 200 grams. So yeah, 20 grams, 11 colors, around 200 plus mohair. And oh boy, I can't wait to finish it. And tomorrow I'm opening new bag to see what other yarn I can start working with. And please let me know if you are interested to see how do I open and how I create things, or you would really like just a quick overview of the full progress that I have without doing all those vlog episodes like you saw me before. So yeah, color 11, 13 to go, and then the main color, main skein for the ending. I'm still not sure how I will end it, if I want long sleeve cardigan, or I will leave it as a vest, or what else would happen. So we will see. And Yeah, the last part is yarn acquisitions, and I have quite a few here as well. Let me open my bags and let me start with the first yarn that reached me. This one is from Germany. It is Junghanswolle. The yarn is Frigga. It's 50 grams. It's polyamide, polyacrylic, and shore woolly mix. It has this very lovely chained looking, or it's blown yarn. I may need to Google a little bit and tell you more, but it's in this lovely gray, not gray, light blue color with some purple and pink and brown speckles. This one reached from my new colleague. She lives in Aachen, that is on the border of Belgium and Switzerland, if I'm correct. And yeah, she did a great job selecting a color for me, and I can't wait for the weather to cool down a little bit so I can work with such a fluffy yarn. Even though I'm working with this masterpiece in mohair, well, 2 at a time is too much. So yeah, yarn number 1. Then on the same day I got some more acquisitions because another colleague came to the office. He is originally from Egypt, and you know, Egypt isn't very popular about wools, so I have some cottons. These are proper Egypt cotton. Both are mercerized, and can you see the color palette? No? You know, something in pinkish, etc. So, very lovely colors. I can't wait to join and work with these. Both are 100 grams, only this one is a little bit lighter and has more yardage. But oh well, I still can do something out of both of them. So we shall see in the future what I will do. I of course will update you, because why not? And then another day hits, and there is another colleague who recently visited his home country, which is Bangladesh. And I have some very lovely, very small skeins of yarn straight from Bangladesh. And these are like this. They are like this. So, sorry. One skein is 20 grams. It's in lovely dark red burgundy color. So I have 10 of these skeins, so 200 grams. I'm still not sure what I will do with it, but I think it's superwash wool. And yeah, as mentioned, 200 grams. It looks very lovely. I don't know, I really like these small, very small balls, because you know, you can do one a day and have fun for 10 days, or maybe even more. So 10 of these straight from Bangladesh. And I can see that I will need to update my Ravelry stash with some, you know, acquisitions. And the last skein is the one that I bought myself in Berlin in one yarn shop. This is hand-dyed superwash sock yarn, you know, 75 superwash merino, 25% polyamide. It's around 420 meters in 100 grams, and the author of this yarn is Atelier, at least I think so. Okay, as usual, you can see because my phone can't focus on front camera, but it is very lovely, orangey, a little bit pinkish, yellow, and a little bit gray yarn. I'm pretty sure that I will do socks out of this, and since it's quite light colored, I maybe even do some kind of pattern with them. So I will keep you updated on these as well, as usual. And yep, I think that is it. I have 200, 300, 4, 5, 550 grams of new yarn. When I will knit it all. Do you have any answers? I don't. And tomorrow I'm opening some new bag for my August challenge. Hopefully it will not be as big as this sweater quantity, but we will see. You know, I did quite a good job adjusting, you know, just putting the yarn together, and then my friends named the ball and not the ball, the bag, and that's it. Right now I'm having a surprise each month and checking what can I do. So, you know, it forces my brain to think as well. And yeah, I think that is it. Good morning. So this is August 1st and I've started loading videos onto my computer, and I was looking around the room and I was looking into the ball of yarn, and that ball of yarn was looking into me. And it turns out that I forgot to show you this amazing ball of Portuguese cotton. This was brought to me by my very dear friend Rasa. She visited Portugal at the end of June, I think. Yeah, at the end of June, beginning of July, and she brought me this gorgeous, very, very colorful ball. So this is mercerized cotton, and now 50 grams, and now I will need to find an appropriate project for it. Hopefully I'll do this soon, because I can't wait to use this yarn, and we will see what I'll come up with. So Estella number 12, F25, made in Portugal. So yeah, that's that, and I'm going to continue to edit the video. See ya! That I had to share for you today. Thank you very much for watching, for subscribing, liking, commenting, etc. What else? Please continue doing that, and I'll see you at the end of August. And I really would like to know if you liked this option from me, that I'm doing episodes on basically every few days, like I did in my this challenge yarn, or you would really prefer me sitting down and talking my whole month at once, so I would know how I can direct my podcast. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you once again, and I'll see you at the end of August.